Basically, the article focuses into the complex relationship between brand loyalty, attitude towards a brand, and customer satisfaction, with a particular focus on consumer behavior and marketing psychology. The primary objective of the research is to investigate the mediating role of a brand attitude. In other words, the study aims to determine how the attitude consumers have towards a brand might influence or mediate the relationship between customer satisfaction and brand loyalty. This means that the attitude consumers hold towards a brand is seen as an intermediary factor that plays a role in influencing the relationship between customer satisfaction and brand loyalty. Also, the study explored potential consequences of brand loyalty. This could involve identifying factors or variables that contribute significantly to the development and maintenance of brand loyalty among consumers. Okay, for the next slide is definition. So the first one is customer satisfaction. Basically, customer satisfaction refers to the extent to which a customer expectation are met or exceeded by the product or service provided by a brand. It reflects the customer overall evaluation of the experience with the brand, including the quality, value, and performance of the product or service. Customer satisfaction is a key indicator of the brand's ability to meet customer needs and expectations, and it plays an important role in influencing brand loyalty and repurchase behavior. This means when customers are consistently satisfied with a brand's product or service, they are more likely to prefer that brand over its competitors. This preference leads to increased brand loyalty, where customers consistently choose the same brand for their needs. Meanwhile, for the brand loyalty refers to a customer commitment and attachment to a particular brand, leading to repeat purchase and unwillingness to switch to competing brand. It is characterized by positive expectation about the brand, trust in the brand, and a willingness to remain loyal even in the face of competitive efforts to attract the customer. Brand loyalty can be both behavioral, involving repeat purchase, and attitudinal, reflecting the psychological state of the customer intention to purchase and recommend the brand to others. In other words, when customers have positive perception of a brand based on its image, values, and overall identity, they are more likely to develop a favorable attitude towards the brand, leading to increased brand loyalty. Next, for the attitude toward the brand is an individual overall evaluation of a brand's ability to satisfy their needs. It is a psychological construct that reflects the consumer feelings, belief, and behavioral intention towards a brand. This evaluation is based on the consumer experience, perception, and interaction with the brand, and it influences their purchasing behavior, brand loyalty, and willingness to recommend the brand to others. In other words, how will a brand deliver on its promise and the perceived level of quality in its product or service can significantly influence customer opinion. So basically, positive experience with performance and quality contribute to a favorable brand perception, while negative experience can lead to a less favorable perception. For the following slide is the issues. The first issues in customer satisfaction is poor product or service quality. This highlights a factor that can negatively impact customer satisfaction, poor product or service quality. If a brand's product or service do not meet the expectation of customer, it is likely to result in dissatisfaction. For example, if a product fails to perform as promised, is of low quality, or does not meet the customer needs, it can lead to disappointment. This means when customers experience poor product or service quality, their satisfaction levels are likely to decrease. This is because their expectations have not been met, and the perceived value of the product or service diminish. Dissatisfied customers may feel frustrated, let down, or even deceived, which can have negative consequences for the brand. For the second issues in customer satisfaction is unresolved complaint. This discusses another factor that can contribute to decreased customer satisfaction. If customers raise concern or complain about a product or service issue and those concerns are not addressed satisfactorily, it can lead to lasting dissatisfaction. Failure to resolve complaint can make customers feel unheard or unimportant and further impacting their perception of the brand. Customer may remember negative experience and as a result be less likely to continue choosing that brand in the future. This can decrease brand loyalty and may even lead to negative word of mouth, where dissatisfied customers share their experience with others. For the issues in brand loyalty, the first issue is in increased competition. In markets that are constantly evolving, the emergence of new competitors and innovative products and services can attract customers away from existing brands. This is because consumers may be attracted to buy new offering or alternative that better meet their evolving needs or preference. While the second issue in brand loyalty is lack of differentiation. If a brand is unable to distinguish itself from competitors, it may struggle to offer a unique value proposition that sets it apart. In a crowded market, consumers may find it challenging to identify a compelling reason to stick with a particular brand if it doesn't stand out in terms of product features, quality, or overall brand experience. The lack of differentiation and failure to offer a unique value proposition can undermine brand loyalty. Customers may be more willing to switch to a competitor if they perceive little difference between brands. In contrast, a brand that effectively differentiates itself and aligns with the value and preference of its target audience is more likely to return customers and foster enhanced brand loyalty. Next one is for the issues in attitude toward brand. The first issue is negative review and feedback. When customers share negative experience or criticism about a brand, it can influence the opinion of others. Negative reviews can create doubt, decrease trust, and damage the overall image of the brand in the eyes of potential customers. The second issue is changing consumer preference. Over time, trends, societal shift, and technological advancement can have a profound impact on consumer preference. Brands that adapt to these changes and align their offering with emerging preferences are more likely to connect with customers. Conversely, brands that fail to stay attuned to evolving consumer needs or preference may find it challenging to maintain relevance and may experience a decline in customer loyalty. So, how to solve this issue? I will explain in the following slide. So, how to resolve the issues in customer satisfaction? The first issue is the company of the brand should show genuine concern for the customer experience, emphasizing that their satisfaction is a priority by finding out directly from consumers what they think about the quality of the product or service. To learn about their opinion and experience, conduct review and survey by directly asking customers about their experience. A company gains valuable insight into how its product or service are perceived. This information can be used to identify strengths, weakness, and areas for improvement. It also demonstrates to customers that the company values their opinion and is committed to enhance their experience. For resolving the second issues in customer satisfaction is by coordinating the resolution with the customer favorable opinion of the brand, and it can help reduce cognitive dissonance. This purpose is because one to balance out any bad encounters and emphasize the positive part. For an example, resolving complaint efficiently and effectively by having organized process and well-trained employees, a company can turn negative experience into positive one. This not only addresses the immediate concern but also contribute to long-term customer preservation and positive word of mouth. Other from that, to address increased competition issues, the recommendation is to understand the psychological needs and desire of consumers by keep constantly updated about changes in consumer taste and market development. This involves by regularly conduct market research to understand shifting consumer preference, emerging trends and competitive landscape, and actively seek and analyze feedback from customers to understand their evolving needs and expectations. By staying informed, a company can adapt its product, service, and marketing approach to align with changing customer demands. This flexibility enables the organization to remain relevant in a dynamic market, providing what customers want and staying ahead of or keeping up with competitors. Next, by developing an innovative brand image that aligns with contemporary trends and technology can help a brand differentiate itself from competitors by offering unique and compelling products or services. Embracing current trends and technology ensure that the brand remains relevant to evolving consumer preference. This not only attract new customers but also hold on to existing ones who value the brand's ability to stay in sync with the times. So, both strategies involve a proactive approach to adapt to market dynamic. For managing the issues in attitude toward brand, the first one is address cognitive dissonance by taking negative feedback as a chance for improvement. Help a company enhance its product, service, or process. By actively addressing and resolving issues, the company demonstrates a commitment to customer satisfaction. This not only improves the customer experience but also contributes to positive reputation management. Other than that, to address changing consumer preference, the recommendation is to actively interact with the target audience through various channels. This involved by engaging on social media to engage with the target audience. She updates and responds to comment or message and actively seek feedback through survey, polls, or other means on a regular basis to understand changing preference. By actively interacting with the target audience, help the company stay informed about changing consumer preference. Regular updates, social media engagement, and feedback mechanism build a direct line of communication with customer. This not only allows the company to adapt to evolving trends but also strengthen relationship with customer and also fostering brand loyalty. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Those China lockdowns, just one of multiple headwinds facing Apple ahead of a big quarter for that name. Our Seema Modi has more on that today. Hey, Seema.
And Carl, delays for the iPhone Pro Max don't seem to be stopping customers from entering Apple's flagship store. I was just inside this store, nearly 200 people shopping and browsing for various products, primarily international tourists. Though major shortages are starting to show up, according to Wedbush Securities. Analyst there, Dan I, is expecting 8 million iPhones to be sold this weekend versus the 10 million sold Black Friday last year. As the company, as you just heard from Unision, working to address those issues at its largest iPhone factory in Jeonju, where workers protested earlier this week, altercations with the police, adding to pressure its main supplier, Foxconn, struggling to hire workers due to that extended lockdown period. Now, on November 6th, Apple did warn investors of iPhone shipment delays, but reiterated that it continues to see strong demand. Customers we spoke to here are willing to wait. Some are even buying the lower-cost iPhone 13, the iPhone 14, which you can walk away with today. Evercore ISI analyst Ahmed Dariani says he doesn't see the extended wait times pushing consumers to exit the Apple ecosystem. That, of course, is the big concern. He initially forecasted about $3 billion in iPhone revenue to be pushed out from the December quarter to March. He now sees that number increasing to $6 billion, given that that big plant in China is still not up to 100% back online. Julia?
Seema, thanks so much.
These brands have the highest customer loyalty, according to a recent report. And surprisingly, Apple is not in the top 3. Taking the top spot for most loyal customers is Alphabet, the parent company of Google. Despite having received some negative press this year, from thousands of layoffs to regulatory challenges, people keep on using Google, Chrome, and Gmail anyway. The report evaluated Fortune 100 companies across 6 metrics, including company finances, volume of customer reviews, and social media following. Lowe's, which ranked number 2 overall, led all companies with a 75% popularity score. Apple, which ranked number 4, has long been known to have a cult-like fan base, but they suffered in the customer service department, the report found. To see all 10 companies that made the list, check out the link in the bio.